Nearly 70 tons of military might preparing to roll into Washington, D.C. More than 24 Abrams tanks will join a parade filled with soldiers, helicopters and armoured vehicles to commemorate the U.S. Army's 250th birthday.
We won the war, and we don't celebrate, but we're going to celebrate on Saturday, and we're going to celebrate from now on.
But it also happens to be the same day the U.S. president turns 79.
The US Army insists this long-planned landmark celebration has nothing to do with Donald Trump's birthday, whose celebrations will dial up the choreography even more. But as authorities put up nearly 20 miles of fencing to secure this massive display of US military force, Trump is facing a backlash over another display of force, his decision to deploy hundreds of Marines and National Guard troops onto the streets of Los Angeles amid protests over his deportation of undocumented migrants.
The budget is raising questions about an event that requires a presidential inauguration level of security, the highest, as the Los Angeles protests start to spread nationwide.
For those people that want to protest, they're going to be met with very big force. This is people that hate our country.
And on top of the cost of security, there's also potential collateral damage to consider.
The cost of all this is estimated at anywhere between $25 and $45 million. And one reason authorities can't be sure is they don't know how much damage tanks rumbling along Constitution Avenue here will inflict, not just on the road surface, but potentially pipes and the infrastructure of the metro which runs around here. They're hoping that putting down metal plates on the road surface will offset some of that potential damage.
F-22 Raptor!
And if the cost of a parade that Trump wanted in his first term but had to scale back is controversial, there are mixed feelings on the streets of the US Capitol.
It's just that show of power I'm not into. I'm not really into the ego and all that.
You know what, I was just at the Super Bowl and they had the military force there, and at first it was like, oh my gosh, this is scary, but it made you feel a little safer, so I like that they're here.
And the history being celebrated is also awkward for some. A group called No Kings is organising nationwide counter-protests against a president whose most ardent supporters want him to break modern convention by standing for a third term.
We want Trump in 28!
No Kings are urging supporters to divert attention away from Washington by joining them in Philadelphia, where 250 years ago the Continental Army was formed to overthrow Britain's King George, ruler of the American colonies. Owen, Fairclough, CGTN, Washington.